Greetings and welcome to my dear Taurians out there. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Tarot of the Twin Sun has functional division within the Order of the Twin Sun. Please take only what you will. This is a reading for the energy of Taurus. We are going to be harnessing Venusian energy of the earthly type. Venus being essentially a twin of planet Earth, there is close variance with its ability to harbor and fertilize throughout the ages with life. So there's a possibility of us imparting this idea of fertility through the second house. The second house is open. We're dealing with a fixed axis of earth and water within the second and eighth houses. And the sort of thing that occurs here as Taurians approach this reading is that we might subjectively see an interaction with the second and the eighth in which the fixed nature of water interacts in terms of the significant other. So there is this action of intensity, of depth, of esotericism, of secret natures and secret evolutions in terms of deep transformational sequences that occur with these people that Taurians bring in, meaning that if the people that Taurus is dealing with aren't in a crisis, they might get bored to death, for one thing. There also is a possibility that these people are really seeking for another person to polemically or polarize, sort of charge and electrify the polar aspects of the binary, okay, in which what results are truths that come, truths and ways of fanatical sort of intensity that comes and provides a sense of exploration through Jupiter and Venus. Okay, so the primary drive here is Mars as well as Pluto, and these people are here to transform through the relationship, whatever that may be. The thing is that the irony is that Taurus as well as Scorpio would not want this transformation to occur, but it is an eventuality. Out of all the earth signs, Taurus is one that does not like to change very often, but with the sort of Venusian thing is essentially to find the grace that the elevation of Venus would have, that is through the seventh house, to deal with their efforts, to deal with their, especially their fixities. But there is a creative dimension that Taurus has that has the ability to go ahead and, you know, sort of melt things out in terms of the fixity of water. So we'll go ahead and look into the month of February in terms of karma, and then we'll look at an incident of karma, and then we'll go into the great mirror for you Taurians out there. Okay. So what I see in the month of February is the ability to essentially seek out and be rid of something. This has to do with the purification of your reality, the ability to become powerful in your own stability and your own sort of agency, whatever you do in terms of work, in terms of your reality, your everyday. There is a possibility of coming to great ascension in the month of February, being filled with the drive and the verve of everything. But it comes at a cost. There's something about this that has to do with losing something that you love, being rid of something that is potentially toxic, getting rid of things that would put you in a place of suspension or disbelief. When it comes to especially escapism, there's a harsh reality that Taurians are embracing that allows them to put forward visions that would furthermore be rid of other sequences in the cup cycle, from the Ace of Cups in the reverse to the Five of Cups. It would essentially provide a sense of stability in it all, okay? Meaning that you wouldn't go through that toxic shit again. There's something about this that is very much empowering for the month of February, and I rather like it. But then there also is a type of burden in this. It's as if you wouldn't want to be rid of something, but it's something that has to be done. So we're going to look more at an incidental level with this. This is for the month of February 2023 for the energy of Taurus. Okay. So we have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, Seven of Pentacles in reverse as well, the Wheel of Fortune. There's an ability here to move to the Eight as well as go back to the Six of Pentacles, depending on the nature of this. Something was out of your hands. Something that was supposed to provide a sense of greatness. The Ten of Rods shows up again here. This has to do with the past and also trying to balance out something with another person. Also, turning inward and then working hard on one's own path in order to provide a sense of stability throughout the chaos of Uranus and Taurus. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. There is a possibility this 10 of Rod sequence is really heavy. Okay, so there's a way to see truthfully and to ground oneself in the burdens that you may be carrying. At the same time, the Queen takes away one of those and this becomes an experience. The Queen gains vision through this sequence. There also is the Queen of Rods, that is. Queen of Rods is someone who is a visionary and they gain sequence, they gain the future momentum, they gain vision, clairvoyance. There's something about this that has to do with also some form of separation in the near future, getting rid of further inauthentic connections or expectations when it comes to dealing with other people. There's the path of solitude as well as a great need to see where you've been going, try to find order in the disorder of things. This is all very much a heavy burden, okay? The advice here is to essentially find your power by being loyal to that which you've promised yourself to in the past, by going through with what you don't have, trying to access the lack mentality within that path, and also letting go, but then also letting be that which had already been planted in the past. There's an ability here to find a sense that things are being watched over, and even though it's a heavy burden, you must carry it. You must carry it. Because I think that's the only way to get the sight and the vision of manifestation that you may be trying to push forward in the month of February. Now let's move on to the Great Mirror. The Great Mirror is a 9-card spread devised by the Order of the Twin Sun to see particular karmas between Taurus and a significant other, okay? The significant other can be a person, place, or thing. They can be quite significant or insignificant, depending on your situation. This shall not resonate for everyone, but if it does for you, please take what you will and keep it secret. Okay, so the Empress card comes out on your side as well. Judgment in reverse. We have also Temperance in reverse. You have all major arcana on your side. This person sees you as significant in terms of cardinal energy, the ability to pull forward, excuse me, a great deal of energy in terms of clear judgment, being watched over, having the sensibility and the foresight to do what is necessary at the right time. Okay, there's an impulsive energy about you, very animated, and it has to do with this watching over energy with the Empress. The Empress is one who watches over her fold, essentially, someone who sits at her throne and can see with an eagle-like perspective, an eagle in the mind, above, and quite see such a degree that it provides a sense of stability for all. Okay, that is something of an empowerment when it comes to the Empress in this particular deck. There also is Judgment in the reverse. There's something about a call that needs to be it's not supposed to pull you away from where you're supposed to be going. I see here essentially something magnetic about you, the ability to encompass or to have a bearing on life and what you're doing, and the ability to find balance and equilibrium with that, and fairness. There's a lot of fair play here. With La Prêtresse, there is something here about Temperance in reverse, in which the auspices of Jupiter are flipped. Okay, so there's a contraction element here in terms of Jupiter, or debilitation within Jupiter that is through Capricorn, as well as possibly another sign. So what I'm seeing here is an interaction between two people that is based on the chase. And you are being sought out. There also is something that you can offer to this. A bit of your time, even though it's not going to matter much, your attentions are on, it seems to me, at least for this month, your attentions are generally on where you need to be, and you are geomagnetically aligned to travel or to seek out others that need your assistance, but you won't stay there for very long. There's something about you that's like a rare and strange bird that will come, but then often they leave quite quickly. They're the ones that get away. That is Taurus will get away in this. There's an element here of fulfillment. Let's see here. It's the Eight of Cups versus the Six of Cups. There's something of a mystery within this connection that is filled with a great deal of potential. I don't think you're going to be living in such a way that you would relive any past situations. You wouldn't want to recycle those. But there is a possibility here of getting rid of the Two of Cups via the Eight. That would be a Six. You have here someone who's a match in terms of the possibility of making a bridge work. But what is coming out of this is a sense of judgment and augmentation. There's a critical aspect about this that requires some clarity, okay? The Chariot in the reverse shows a lot of potential in what could be, what could become. There's something surprising about this, and also there is an offer that needs to be made. You will meet this person halfway in order to provide the time for them to give you something. The thing is that they are called to do something somewhere else. They're searching for augmentation in their social realm, and there's something about that Wheel of Fortune sequence that is quite strong. So if you're meeting someone and they seem to be all over the place, okay, let them do what they will. You will see them come from a distance, and there's something about them that might draw you towards them to offer something. But this offer, I think it will be met halfway for a moment, and then there's something about it wherein there will be triggering about the Eight of Cups and the Six of Cups sequence. Two of Cups being the difference, and also pushing forward into the next sequence of Cups. So what I'm seeing here is essentially a lot that can be added in terms of this great potential of the Chariot in reverse. But then there's a lot of movement. You're moving away. They're trying to give you something, but then it's just like a light thing. This has to do with essentially a connection that speaks volumes when it comes to you reacting towards it, but not really committing to it in any way, shape, or form. You are here on a mission that does not involve this person, that actually it involves quite a bit more, a lot more people than you would think. This is like a child or someone who will come to you to offer something. You will give them a bit of your time, but then ultimately what is resolved, what comes out of it, is a great potential that is not lived out. That is essentially what I'm seeing for this month. In terms of advice, The advice is essentially to embrace the Ouroboros, okay, which is the serpentine energy in which, through that infinitum, a new vision comes out in terms of the fixity of the fixed cross, okay? This has to do with independence, it has to do with transformation, it has to do with stability and strength, okay? The idea of seeing what needs to be seen and also not falling for the trappings of the old world, okay? Essentially, what I'm seeing here is the ability to see perspective through what could be in terms of potential, but not to fully imbibe into that in terms of expectation of a return, in terms of truly exploring the chariot's energy and riding the path of the infinite. There's a possibility here that what you may be seeking is a way to play with the gravity of things, okay? When it comes to the possibility of human interaction, of empathy, and to understand that sometimes you can give without giving too much, and that you can open up certain doorways without having to give too much, and then just be on your way. There is a reactive element here, and it's very animated, but it has to do with Taurus essentially embracing the free spirit, I think, more than anything in this type of situation. That's the best I can do for this month. I do wish you well. I do bid you adieu then. Bye-bye.